Have you ever been in a relationship where someone made you feel invisible, like your thoughts didn't matter, or your voice didn't carry any weight? It doesn't always happen suddenly. Sometimes it starts in small, quiet ways. A sigh when you speak, a laugh when you're serious, a word that cuts, but is later brushed off as a joke. That's how disrespect enters the room, softly at first, but then it begins to stay. And the truth is, disrespect is not just a red flag. It's a deal breaker. It's a sign that something important is missing in the relationship, something you cannot live without if you want real love. That thing is respect. Respect is not optional. It is not a luxury. It is the foundation. Without it, nothing good lasts. Let me tell you a story, one you may see parts of yourself in. Daniel, a kind and thoughtful man in his late 30s, met Sarah through mutual friends. She had a big smile, bright eyes, and a personality that lit up every room. In the beginning, their connection felt effortless. They talked for hours, went on fun dates, and shared their dreams for the future. She was warm, full of energy, and she made him laugh like no one else had. But as the months went on, things began to shift. Not all at once, just little things. The kind of things that are easy to ignore at first. One evening, while they were out with friends, Daniel tried to share an idea about something he'd been thinking about, starting a business he'd been dreaming of for years. Before he could finish, Sarah rolled her eyes and said, "Daniel's always dreaming. He never finishes anything." Everyone laughed. Daniel forced a smile. He didn't want to make it awkward, but inside, something sank. After that night, the pattern continued. If he shared an opinion she didn't agree with, she'd say, "Oh, please, don't start." If he made a mistake, she'd remind him, in front of people. Sometimes she'd make fun of the way he dressed or call his hobbies a waste of time. She never shouted or used bad language, but what she did was worse in some ways. She made him feel small in tiny daily doses. And here's the thing. Daniel wasn't weak. He wasn't foolish. He was simply someone who cared deeply. He thought maybe he could fix it, that maybe she was just having a tough time, that if he loved her more, gave her more, supported her more, she'd change. But love doesn't fix disrespect. It never has. And it never will. What Daniel didn't know yet was this. When someone disrespects you, they are showing you exactly how they feel. Disrespect is never an accident. It's a choice. And when someone chooses to lower your value, they're not loving you. They're using you. They're shaping the relationship to be about control, not connection. You see, disrespect isn't always loud. It doesn't always come with yelling or insults. Often it's quiet. It comes as silence when you need support, as sarcasm when you open your heart, as distance when you're asking for closeness. And that's what makes it so dangerous, because it's easy to doubt yourself, easy to wonder, maybe I'm too sensitive. But you're not. You're simply human, and your feelings are valid. Think about how many people stay in relationships where they're not respected. Why? Because they confuse comfort with love. They stay because leaving is scary. They tell themselves that every relationship has problems, but disrespect is not just a problem, it's a poison. One drop at a time, it weakens your self-worth. It chips away at your confidence. It changes the way you see yourself. When a person makes you feel like your needs are a burden, that's disrespect. When they mock your goals, interrupt your thoughts, or ignore your boundaries, that's disrespect. And the longer you stay, the more you start to believe that maybe this is what love looks like. But it isn't. Love lifts you. It doesn't lower you. Let's go back to Daniel. One weekend, he brought Sarah home to meet his mother. They were having dinner, laughing, and telling stories. Then, out of nowhere, Sarah joked, "Daniel still sleeps with the light on sometimes. Can you believe that?" His mother looked surprised. Daniel felt like he'd just been punched in the chest. That night, after everyone had gone to bed, he sat in his car, staring at the steering wheel. Something inside him shifted. He realized he had spent months trying to earn kindness, trying to shrink himself so that Sarah would treat him better. But respect shouldn't be earned through silence. It shouldn't be the reward for tolerating mistreatment. It should be the starting point, the base level, the bare minimum. The next day, Daniel calmly told Sarah, "I love you, but I can't keep doing this. I can't stay in a relationship where I feel disrespected. I want to be with someone who listens when I speak, values my heart, and treats me with care. And I don't feel that with you anymore." It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't angry, but it was honest. And it was final. Walking away from disrespect is never easy, especially when you've invested time, emotions, and dreams. But walking away is not a loss. It's a decision to protect your peace. It's the moment you stop begging for love and start building a life where you're valued. So many people out there are stuck in relationships where they feel unseen. If that's you, hear this. You are not asking for too much. You're asking the wrong person. And if someone treats you like an option, you have every right to walk away like you're the prize, because you are. Disrespect is a deal breaker, not because you're difficult, not because you're fragile, but because deep down, you know your worth. You know you deserve a love that feels safe, kind, and steady. A love that doesn't confuse you or leave you wondering if you're enough. If someone makes you feel small over and over again, that's not love. It's damage. And it's okay to let go. It's okay to start over. Real love will never require you to lower your standards or silence your voice. Real love will meet you with respect on day one and continue with it every day after. So ask yourself, am I being respected? Am I being heard? Am I being valued in the way I deserve? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a choice that protects your future. If this message spoke to your heart, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more honest, clear, and simple advice that helps you build better relationships, starting with the one you have with yourself. You're not alone, and you deserve more.